Well, good afternoon, everybody. I had a few questions yesterday on my finances, how to live in the Philippines and the finances of living in the Philippines. So I thought I'd pick out one especially on banks and banking and just do a real short video on the banks here and being able to bank here in the Philippines. And so through this, you'll have an idea of how, and there are quite a few ways in order to get your money here. You can bring a certain amount with you, and I suggest if you come and visit, of course, always bring a certain amount of cash with you. It can be changed into Filipino pesos at a number of locations, and kind of hunt around because some of them really take a bite out of it. Others are really good, and you'll lose, oh gosh, a peso or two in transferring your money over to Filipino money. My first suggestion, and most of these are just suggestions, don't take this as the rule of law. It's what I did and has worked for me, and so this is what I suggest for people here is wherever you come from, keep a bank account in the country that you come from. And probably a location that maybe you've been banking for quite a few years. This was my deal. I came out of Great Falls, Montana. I'd been banking there for quite a while. And I decided the best thing to do instead of closing everything down was to leave that account open and so I did, and it's worked out extremely well for me by leaving that account open. My Social Security goes into that account, and I'm able to get it here in the Philippines through the ATM and my ATM bank card from that particular location in Great Falls. Now that bank card expires every 2 years, okay? So be on good relations with the people at the bank where you were living and the bank that you came from. Why? Because they're going to have to send you a bank card every couple of years so you have a current one. And let them know before you leave what you're doing and that. And the gals at my bank have been exceedingly helpful. I even had trouble with an ATM here in the Philippines where I put my card in, asked for the money, and I got nothing back, but I got a slip back and it was taken out of my account. Does it happen here? Oh yeah, it happens. I'll let you know. I tried settling it here. Didn't work. The red tape here and the people you got to go through and everything here, and I actually went to the Metro Bank here because that's where it happened. Bad mistake. I went back to my bank in the US, actually called them, and you can call back, from where you came from here, and they had it all figured out in less than a day. And my money was restored to my account, everything like that, and everything was fine. So keep on good relations. If you decide to do that, keep on good relations with the bank that you have from wherever you came from. It's Visa or MasterCard. I do not have a credit card. I don't want a credit card. Too easy to flip that card out and buy something I can't afford. I learned that the hard way. And I'm sure there are some of you out there that are learning it the hard way right now. Boy, oh boy, that credit deal is so easy to buy, so hard to pay back. Oh boy. So I got a bank card, which means if the money ain't in there, I can't buy it. So I've got to be really frugal and thrift worthy using my bank card, period. because it can only cover the money that is there, period. Visa or MasterCard, whichever one, they both work here. The max you're allowed to take out here is $200. I think it's a little over $200 every 24 hours. And that works out to about 10,000 pesos. So when I go to the ATM, the money I'm taking out is 10,000 pesos, and the bank will charge you 250 pesos. So for that $200 you're getting $5 of it, and I'm talking American funds here, will be taken out for using their ATM machine. I think it's a little high and a little bit outrageous, but that's one of the sacrifices, which if you figure it out is what, 2.5%? Something like that. I don't know. I haven't done the math and that on it, but that's kind of how it works out. So I'm able to get my money, and like I said, especially now my Social Security check, which I could have had transferred over to a bank here. I was afraid of losing it for a period of a month or 2 or 3 months, maybe, while the transfer was being made. When I looked at it at a particular time, people were having problems transferring it, and sometime it was held up. I could not afford to miss my Social Security check for a month and have it delayed. I'd have been in serious problems, and that, so I have kept my account in the U.S. and it's worked out really good for me. Getting a bank account in the U.S. Point number 2, you got a bank account there, get a bank account in the Philippines here. There's a number of banks to choose from, PNB, Land Bank. Be careful. I do my banking through Metro Bank. Why? Because their ATM takes all international cards. They take my Visa, they take my MasterCard. My bank started with Visa. It worked just fine, ATM card. They switched over to MasterCard, oh gosh, 2, 3, 4 years ago, and sent me the new card, and everything worked out fine, and my MasterCard works fine here. That was why I chose that particular bank. So choose your bank accordingly, that you can use your ATM card at that particular bank. Now, if you deposit money in that bank or have a money transfer from the US or Australia to your bank here in the Philippines, of course, you can draw out the money and there will be no service charge if you do your banking there. So if I go to the ATM here in Taliban and want to use the Metro Bank card at that ATM, and I have money in my account, it doesn't cost me that 250 pesos. I can get my money out. So the other option, of course, is being able to transfer your money from your bank, wherever it is, into the banking system here in the Philippines. And that, of course, is done through the SWIFT system, the SWIFT transfer system. Your bank has a SWIFT account, not Swiss, SWIFT account, bank number. Metro Bank here and all the banks here have a SWIFT account transfer number. All you have to do is go to your bank wherever you're at, have them at the bank transfer a certain amount of funds through the SWIFT transfer system into your bank account in the Philippines. Poof. It's done, and generally within a day that money will be here. Beware. I'm telling you, be careful here for one particular reason. This is a foreign country. This is a third world country. There is corruption here, there's drugs here, there's money laundering here. Be careful of the amount you send. At a certain level, your amount will be held so they can check to make sure everything is legitimate here. They do the same thing in the States. I'm sure they do the same thing in Australia. So Go to your bank, find out what that amount is. Sometimes it's $10,000, sometimes it's $5,000. And don't ever send more than that amount. Even if you've got to send here and there at odd times to send money over here, or have a friend or a family member be able to send money over here, be safe and send below that amount. Okay? That's very important. So the money transfer thing is the biggest thing. And through your ATM card you can get money out, even though, like I said, if you haven't got an account at that bank ATM, it's going to cost you. And right now the going rate is 250 pesos, which is like $5 US for every transfer. Exchange rates, okay. They have what they call the Filipino peso here. It is not the Mexican peso, it's not the South American peso. It is their own particular currency here for the Philippines. There is an exchange rate. When I first moved here 9 years ago, it was at about 43 pesos per dollar. Okay? Last year, it went up to 54. Not all at once. It was a slow climb over the course of years. And of course I loved it, because now my money coming from the States, that's $1,000 US I get on Social Security, instead of, oh gosh, let's see, 43,000 pesos. For a while there it was 53,000 pesos, and all at once, just through the exchange rate, my money was worth 20% more. And that it's back down to 52 right now. Always, wherever you're from in the world, check the exchange rate for the Filipino peso. There's charts out there. It's all on the internet. You can do that very easily. Anything else here? I'm kind of looking at my notes here. Okay. Keep a bank account in your own country. Get a bank account here in the Philippines. I go with Metro Bank. Okay? On money transfers, be careful. And never send a large amount of money. The banks in the Philippines are, so far as I know and can understand, are really stable. And the banking laws here are really good. It's like anywhere else. That can change in a heartbeat. And as far as I go right now, I trust the banks here. You have your money there. The money is there. You can get your money out at any time. For those of you who are extremely wealthy and have a lot amount of money, like I said, if you want to come and live in the Philippines, you can not only live a Western lifestyle, you can use the banking system here, and they'll be more than happy to accommodate you. Yes, they will, especially if you have a chest full of money. I wasn't so fortunate. So that'll be, I better quit here. I'm going on 13, 14 minutes, so I better stop. But that'll help you out a little bit on choosing a bank and what you can do to transfer funds here, and to be able to, like I said, be able to live your life here in the Philippines. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thanks much for listening. God bless you all, and I'll be back more with the finances here in the Philippines. I don't know when the next one will be. It's kind of like when I get in the mood. So we'll help you all out as much as we can. Thank you.